I don't trust that I'm rolling. I was rolling, so let's just do that. Hi, welcome. I'm a fat fucking chud. Yeah, no, so everyone's doing, like diaries, they're writing their thoughts, their beautiful philosophies and what happened and so on and so on in their books. So this is my diary. More like diarrhea, am I right? Because I will just be yapping. Yappuccino. I will just talk about what I would like to talk about. So let's do some warm up here. I am a boy. I identify as a boy. I am turning 20, so I'm halfway to 40. Practically dead by this point. And I'm a new nurse student. Newly enrolled in a nursing school. So that's fun. Let's see if I can do that. Essentially, just how I feel, what I want to talk about, and also how it's going, like nursing-wise. Maybe I can get sort of a chronological order, a journey. I'm going to try to make one of these every week, at least once. Right now, I'm in a forest, in a badly lit car with a bad camera and a sort of okay mic with stereo audio. Something like that. How did I end up here in a car in the night with a camera and a mic? I'm mentally unwell. I'm a funny guy. I could probably be funny on camera. But yeah, as I was pulling up here, there were already people here. So I was checking out the camera equipment and such. When I fiddle around with the camera like this, a girl walks by, and I immediately recognize her as a girl I fumbled. And I cannot imagine what it had looked like from her perspective, because this car is well lit. If you were outside my car, you'd see my face immediately, and I think she'd recognize me, and I sit there with a fucking camera, just fucking around, and she's on her, I don't know, nightly walk, I guess. And what are the odds of walking past me as I'm holding a camera? If she saw that it was me, her mind could only wonder what the fuck I'm doing in a forest with a camera. I took some psychic damage there for sure. Jesus Christ, creepmaxing. So why did I call myself a fat fucking chud in the beginning? My life has been just taking so many L's. I just talked about one L here, right? But I couldn't do much about it. What are you gonna do about it? But yeah, I'd say my life is a series of L's. But what has changed recently is that I'm still a chud of a fucking fat variety, but I try to get up, I try to it doesn't matter how many L's you take. It just matters that you keep going, right? And my whole entire life has just been me hating myself so much. And you know what? I'm kind of fucking bored of it. You know, it becomes boring at a certain point where you just feel sorry for yourself. You're your biggest hater. You don't believe in anything you could do. You don't believe any compliment. You don't believe anything. And it's fucking boring. At a certain point, it's like hard to enjoy anything because you just hate yourself so much. I think I've matured a little bit, just a tiny wee bit, which has made me realize that there's no point in being so mean to yourself. It's so easy to say, and I'm very much one of those people who doesn't live by what they preach. At least for the majority of my life, where I'm like, yeah, you gotta be to my friends, like, you gotta stop being so mean to yourself. You're fucking awesome. You gotta believe in yourself. But that's just because that's what I wanna hear, right? I don't do that to myself though. I don't love myself, and that was something that was a big deal that I fought with a lot. Was that I don't love myself. Love myself. How do I love myself? I'm being judged by someone right now. Whether it be myself or like a friend, a family member, or someone random. Someone is looking at me right now through their beautiful ocular devices and listening through their beautiful cochlear devices and looking at me, judging me. Or maybe you're not, and it's just me projecting and me always judging myself, and that maybe comes out as me judging others, you know? This is going to be such a doozy to edit into a whole thing. I think I need to start doing like manuscripts so I can like go point for point what I want to say, because this is just vomit. Word diarrhea. As I said, diarrhea rather than diary. Haha. That's what we call a callback. That's a callback in the industry. Yeah. People pleaser. Hate myself. What more? Yeah. I call myself fat because I have body dysmorphia. That's kind of a quick one. You know, it happens when you start working out. If you can't tell. No. Every single second I'm not at the gym, I feel completely useless. So that's fun. But exercise has saved me though. Like every time. It's so funny. Like, because I have been like active in a very like sort of rhythmic tempo. What? I'm very active, then I'm hyper depressed. And then I'm very active, and then I'm hyper depressed. Every time I'm active, it's like, oh, I see. Like being active, it does so much. Because like, if you're depressed, which I've been a lot of my life, I'm not diagnosed by the way, so maybe I'm just a wimpy bitch. But when I've been down, I guess, everything has just been shit, you know. You hate yourself, you hate the way you look, you hate the way you speak, you hate the way you hate yourself. Like, it's such a wild just spiral. But when you exercise, like, you can have a really shitty day, but you come home and you're like, at least I exercised. At least I feel just like it raises the fundamental, I guess, happiness level of you, right? So if you take as many L's as I do on a fucking regular basis, right? At least you don't crash all the way down. You have like a safety net of sorts. That's my way of looking at it anyway, or feeling about it. But then it comes at the cost of, you know, if you are a really judgmental person, you all of a sudden start judging yourself like a lot. And social media doesn't help. Like I've uninstalled, I haven't had TikTok in years. I uninstalled Instagram like half a year ago. I have Snapchat to communicate, and I have YouTube. Those are my like social media platforms. And I still feel like you could still get like so much slop from YouTube Shorts, bro. I just substitute one addiction with another. From doom scrolling on TikTok to doom scrolling on Instagram to doom scrolling on Shorts. Just all the way down. But yeah, you can still get like crazy body dysmorphia from YouTube as well. Just like, because I've this weird thing where, you know, it's really popular right now with like sorry, you had some shit around your dick. It's really popular with fitness influencers clowning on people who take anabolic steroids. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't do steroids, you'll die at like 40. Just straight up. But you still find yourself comparing yourself to them. Right? And that's kind of the problem with performance enhancing drugs, that like it isn't really achievable, but you still compare yourself to them, so you kind of also want to hop on PEDs. And I felt myself comparing to like those anabolic freaks. Even though I know like they're crazy unhealthy. At some point, you just have to look inwards. I feel like if, like, of course, it helps removing yourself from like social media and such to stop comparing yourself to others. But like, if you have that mindset, you will still compare yourself to people in real life, and you have to learn to not compare yourself. I think you have to learn to just be. We can be smart. I'm just trying to be happy, and I've tried a lot of things. And like a lot doesn't work, and you can't do it alone, yet I try to, which is like, it's so hard to ask for help, man. Like now I've made really big strides, and I've like been to, I guess, therapy you could call it, but it's more like I go to a place every week and talk to a person about my feelings. They decided that I did not need a psychiatrist, psychologist, or like medication. They just like, yeah, you could just talk, and it seemed to work, which it kind of did, I guess. Helped me see a lot of who I am. So I recommend to anyone out there that has a hard time asking for help, make that step. I don't know, like, I live in Sweden. Oh my god, I doxed myself. I live in Sweden, so we have a really good healthcare here. So sadly, good for me, I guess. But like, I'm really, 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 really privileged, right? If you couldn't tell by my complexion, I live a pretty good life, you know, upper middle class, fully educated, on my way to get my like degree in nursing, whole career path set up, so I'm really privileged. It's really hard to talk about it without sounding arrogant, but to understand my privilege, but I don't really think I can. I have a lot of friends who grew up in like poverty, so I guess I have like in that sense I've come closer to understanding it, but I don't think my frontal lobe is developed enough to fully grasp how lucky I actually am and how grateful I should be. It's hard. I try to. And that's one of the things where, if you're sad, why are you sad? You have nothing to be sad about. It's such a hard... feelings are valid. Like, just feeling feelings is valid. The problem, I always find myself trying to rationalize, dissect, get to the root cause, is just that. What causes the emotions? Because if I know the cause, I can eliminate it, right? I can get rid of it. But feelings are weird, right? So you don't know where they come from, like, a lot of the time. So I try to rid myself of certain mindsets that could, like, evoke these feelings and make me distressed, when it really is a part of humanity. You can't really be human without feeling feelings. So to stop feeling feelings, you have to stop being human. So then I always run into a wall where I'm like, fuck! Right? I wanna stop feeling sad, but to feel sad is human. So therefore, after years of running into the same issue over and over and over again, you just have to accept it. For me at least, you just have to. And you can make it as complicated as you want, and you can make it as hard as you want, but at the end of the day, our lives are short. Do what you like. That's it. If you wanna fucking shove 2 tubs of Ben and Jerry's down your gullet, do that. No one cares. Just do it. Holy fuck, I'm turning into Shia LaBeouf. No. But it really is like that. Life is what you make of it. Do what the fuck you want. Right? I want to exercise. I want to get more fit because I get happy by doing that. I want to paint Warhammer because I like that. I want to start a bajillion hobbies, never finish them, because that's who I am. That's what I like to do. I like being a jack of all trades, master of none. Or I haven't found what I like to do yet. Or you really like maths, or you really like violin, or you really like very niche fucking video game, then do that. I realize it's so easy for me to speak from such a privileged point. Like, if you don't have a social support network, if you don't have like the economics to do what you want, like, the world is a absolute fucking horror. People are walking by. Fuck my Chud life, bro. I hope it's not people I know. Because they can see me so clearly and I can't see them. Because it's just I'm blasting lights in my car. Fuck my Chud life, bro. Is this what every like YouTuber who films in their car or like vlogs goes through? That's fucking crazy, bro. Anyways, I'm not particularly enlightened, even though I speak like I'm drank from the fountain of truth. I am just fucking stupid. So I just talk about what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. But just maybe that does something for someone. It certainly does something for me, so for any reason, this really is just selfishly me talking into a camera and feeling important for about 15 minutes. But yeah, hopefully I don't always talk about depressing ass shit. But I think this will be fun for me, at least. Just talking, just fucking talking. Anyways, yeah, that's me. I hope all of that got recorded, and I hope that I don't sound like an absolute buffoon. And I'll see you sometime next week. Bye bye.